Good evening, everybody. Hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful day, and this will be another weather forecast. I do apologize for not posting yesterday. I had a lot of stuff with between tennis practice and I'd say for my AP test, which is as well tomorrow. So this is why I'm gonna try to make this video as fast as possible as well because I still have to study for the big unit test. So I do apologize if I can't get to all your comments right now or if this video is very short or rushed. But I just want to get a video out on a major winter storm here that's going to bring extremely impressive snowfall totals all the way up to the east coast, like Virginia Beach, like as well Newport News, as well all the way to the Outer Banks. They're going to be seeing some very heavy snow across this general region here. You see Virginia or Richmond as well, Virginia Beach, as well big storm for Greensboro, Raleigh. So we're talking a potential massive storm here for the Mid-Atlantic coast, and as well as portions of the Ohio Valley as we speak right now. So this is going to bring in very heavy snow right now as we speak across areas like southern Ohio, much of Kentucky, and as far as the Appalachians there in North Carolina and Tennessee. But by later tonight into tomorrow morning, it will be an absolute mess for areas like Virginia, North Carolina, and as well as West Virginia, even portions of Maryland. But not gonna be too shabby for Maryland. But really, it's not gonna be too bad for those areas there. But here's gonna be now a look at the National Weather Service. So there you see, we actually have a few winter weather advisories. We have very few windstorm warnings right now. Let me go ahead and refresh just in case we give anything any new. Nothing new right now. Of course, we have special weather statements across northern Georgia, portions of Tennessee, southern Indiana, and as well as southern and central Illinois there because that's where we're going to be seeing some very light accumulation. However, that snow has already passed Nashville. You guys are completely done. You guys actually saw only a few flakes, nothing else. However, we're actually be seeing some really actual heavy snows going to be in these that are going to be in the winter weather advisories all the way from the coast and the Outer Banks here. So the Outer Banks, all those Outer Banks are actually under a winter weather advisory, which does not happen as well. Cape Hatteras, you got Kitty Hawk, of course, Virginia Beach, Newport News as well, as far southern West Virginia there. I believe Charleston, Welch, West Virginia, much of Kentucky there, including Lexington, including now as well Johnson City in Upper Tennessee. And we have a few winter storm warnings there where we've seen that very heavy snow, potentially over half a foot across those higher elevations there in North Carolina there, and as well in portions of the far western Virginia, the far southern county of West Virginia, and far eastern Kentucky. Then we actually click this region. You can kind of see there. Let's zoom as far as we can. So there you see Pikeville. You guys are under that windstorm warning. Then the rest of the general region there in Lexington, Frankfort, we do have those winter weather advisories there. Let's now get out of here and zoom in real quick now into the Appalachians here. And there you see, if we zoom in as much as we can, Gatlinburg, you guys are obviously of course under winter storm warning there, all the way up the Appalachians into Boone, North Carolina, and as well up there near Clintwood in Virginia, and then West Virginia, of course, in that far southern county. Up here is where we have as well that winter storm warning. But let's go ahead and get out of the winter storm warning and the National Weather Service, and let's actually take a look at what we're actually going to be seeing here by the HRRR here. So this we're going to start seeing the next few hours here. We're going to start seeing that very heavy snow across portions of Kentucky there, up there in Lexington, Moorhead, Pikeville, Jackson, Kentucky there in the eastern half. A few snow showers up there in Cincinnati, Columbus. You guys really won't see anything. But Cincinnati, you guys may get something. Maysville, Portsmouth, and that can start stretching as far now as areas as far east as Roanoke. Going to start getting that mix in the next few hours here. Overnight, of course, Columbus, of course, you guys are just going to miss out. This is the second storm. Columbus just misses out here. But Portsmouth, Ohio, all the way down to areas like Raleigh and Greensboro. May see some really heavy snow. Durham as well. Winston-Salem, you guys are all right there, that little alignment, those big cities. You guys may get an impressive amount of snow here. It's been quite a decent snowy North Carolina this year, but very heavy snow across areas like Roanoke, Charlottesville, Farmville, all those upper areas, as well as Lewisburg, Charleston there in West Virginia. Can be a very widespread storm here, and later on this becomes a big and massive storm, guys, for Richmond. It's going to be an absolute massive storm for Richmond, Charlottesville, Raleigh, Durham, Greensboro, Winston-Salem, even Greenville can see a little dangerous icy mix here, but it's going to be an absolute massive system for these big coastal areas like Norfolk, as well the areas like Outer Banks. Look at how heavy that snow will be in these areas here. So as you do see, it's to be very, very impressive. This snow across areas like, of course, the Norfolk region, as far the far southern Maryland region as well. So that's obviously not too common where you see some snow like this. Of course, all the way to the Outer Banks. So it's not too common we see snow in these areas. Some of these areas only average a few inches of year. But Salisbury, of course, you guys can get impressed by the storm, as well as areas like as well as the Virginia Beach area, as well as the Outer Banks, all of that there. Let's go ahead and check looking now at the Nanth kilometer here. So that's what they get in the next few hours there. That snow continues to move its way east. We're going to see a few, not necessarily severe thunderstorms, but quietly heavy rainstorms across portions to the east there in North Carolina and Virginia, and even as well in the Appalachians. But then it'll become overnight, and the temperatures will drop below freezing. That cold rush of air comes down from the north, and then you see absolute massive storm there across areas like Kentucky there, Lexington. You guys get heavy snow. Salisbury, of course, you guys can get some decent amount of snow all in Salisbury, Maryland. You guys making some decent snow as far east as Salisbury, as far west as areas like Springfield, Missouri, where it began today, as far east as Salisbury. But there you see extremely heavy snow across areas at the moment. In the next really 8-ish, 10 hours there in Roanoke, Welch, West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia, and that snow continues. We'll be seeing some very big time flooding as well in these areas here. We're going to be seeing some big time flooding across areas like Raleigh, a big time flooding for those areas like Norfolk before that cold air rushes in. But as we now get later, tomorrow around 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., then that snow rushes in here. So it can go from extremely heavy snow to potential whiteout conditions. It's going to be not light snow. It's not going to be chill snow. It's going to be a very fast process where that rain converts into extremely heavy snow. This will be very heavy. It won't be light. So definitely something to potentially keep in mind before you go outside and travel here to work, everything, because this will accumulate quite quickly. I know you're probably not used to snow accumulating this quickly in areas like Newport, Richmond, the Outer Banks, even Raleigh doesn't accumulate that fast in regular snowstorms. But look how heavy the snow would be. It's going to be an absolute large and very heavy storm that can last over 6 to 8 hours in these areas here. But let's now slowly move into what we're going to be seeing here across this region here. So here we're going to be seeing there, of course, in the next few hours, the next 18 hours, the ARRR from the next 1 to 18 hours out. So in the next few hours, we're going to start seeing that snow developing up to 3 to 5 inches across areas that come for areas like Frankfort and as well as Lexington and Kentucky, and a few inches there as well, and just general north central Kentucky, up to around 1 to 3 inches left for Cincinnati there, as well as possibly see over around 3 to 5 inches across areas there in the Appalachians, where we may see a few areas that can get over half a foot there, but a very heavy snow. According to the ARRR, the heavy snow will be where we have the windstorm warning there, in that far southern county there in West Virginia near Welch, and as well in the far north, that southwestern tip there, Virginia there can get over potentially 8 inches of snowfall, getting at the around 2 to maybe 3 inches there for Newport News, and as well Virginia Beach may get anywhere from 2 to potentially 5 inches of snow across areas like Raleigh, Winston-Salem, Greensboro. You guys may get an inch or two, and even the Outer Banks may get over 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. It's definitely something very, very impressive there, as well even a few inches there near Salisbury. So that's as well very intriguing. Now let's go ahead and take a look at what the Nanth kilometer has to say. They show a lot of big system, an absolute massive system there. So models are still kind of disagreeing a little bit, however, on strength wise, but still getting up to around a few inches there, up to an inch or so left for Cincinnati, and a few inches there left for Lexington and central Kentucky. But as it goes gradually to the east, it will strengthen as that cold air backs it up. We have a lot more moisture, and it's just going to gradually strengthen that low pressure up to around near a foot there in far eastern West Virginia. Roanoke's looking at around 5 to 8 inches of snowfall. We gradually go east. We're showing up to 3 to 6 inches of snowfall for Virginia Beach there, Newport News, as well getting up to near a foot of snow there, 11 inches there across areas like North Carolina. Let's actually zoom in here as much as I can. There you see up to 11 to potentially even 12 inches of snow across areas in upper North Carolina. They get up to around 6 to anywhere from 9 inches of snowfall across areas like the Raleigh region. Greensboro getting involved, 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. Greensboro, Winston-Salem, you guys, Durham, you guys are all going to get that very heavy snow, and they get all the way up to half a foot or more across areas like the Outer Banks and the European. Obviously, kind of calming down a little bit. Getting, of course, they actually agree with the actual ARRR, so you got the European and ARRR, and then you got the NAM. I had to go with the European here. I think the NAM 3 kilometer, like it always does, overreacts. Getting around up to half a foot there across western Virginia, not West Virginia, but western Virginia, the actual Virginia state, and then far southern West Virginia near Welch there, 6 to 8 inches of snowfall there. And then see a few inches there in the Appalachians, an additional 1 to 2 inches there for Cincinnati, an additional 2 to 3 inches there across Lexington and Frankfort, and now going to get up to around anywhere from 1 to 3 inches there for Virginia Beach there. Richmond may get an inch there, 3 inches there as well in the Raleigh area. We'll see Richmond getting around 1 to 2 inches according to the NAM 3 kilometer, and getting around 1 to 2 inches there according to the ARRR. So Richmond, your best bet's around 1 to 2 inches, but just to the south, they get over half foot. So it's kind of weird to think the most snow will be south of Richmond. Usually you think north or at least west of Richmond, but it's going to be a very weird system here. But hope you guys enjoyed the rather short video, and bye guys.